Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing great. Today's Saturday. We're going to do a quick review of the stocks for Bitfarms, Hive, Hut 8, Marathon, Riot, and along with Digihost. We'll look at to see where they are this week compared to last week, where Bitcoin was last week, and where Bitcoin is now, and we'll compare them to Bitcoin and how they're doing. But as always, this is for entertainment. Guys. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Don't fall for scams. Spam posts get reported and they get removed. Just so you guys know. So let's get into the stocks here. So Bitfarms is at 525. It ended out the week yesterday on that. We have one analyst coverage with a buy rating on it, and they got a price target of 647 on it, and the current price is 525. So obviously it can still go up. Institution-wise, I thought this was kind of interesting to provide as well. So we have nothing reported since 6:30. So this is kind of old, 3 months ago. Some have sold out. It looks like 7K shares were sold out. New shares were bought about 14.8 million. So they have 34 institutions owning the shares of Bitfarms, which equates to 14.08 million shares, which is basically almost 8% owned by institutions, which is kind of nice to see. It's kind of good. Let's take a look at Hive next. So Hive finished out the week at 356 yesterday. Analyst coverage on them is one with a buy rating, and they have it at 321. It is obviously over that at 356 right now. So we still think that obviously Hive has a potential to go up from here as well, as long as Bitcoin obviously goes up. Institution ownership is at, institutions is really low on this one. So I think if they can get more institutions to buy into it, obviously the stock price is going to go up from here. But you got 12 institutions that own it. This is reported as of 9:30. So this is pretty recent. You got 714,000 shares, and they own less than 0.2% of the shares owned by institutions. At least that's what it's showing right now. So that's not good. We want this to be obviously higher than what it is right now, which I think would obviously bring the stock price up higher as well. Next, we got Hut 8. So Hut 8 finished out the week at 11:15. We got 4 analysts right now. Looks like 3 are saying it's a buy. 1 is saying it's a strong buy. And the price targets are the high 1294, average is 1092, and we're currently at 1115, so we're a little bit over that, and the low is 890, so we're way over that. And we still think that obviously Hut 8 has more room to run, given that the price of Bitcoin improves over the next couple of weeks to months. Institutional wise, they have 51 institutions owning it, about 12.1 million shares, and this is the latest that's been reported on that since 6:30. So it's a little bit old, so it'd be interesting to see what the newest data is, but it's showing that it's basically 7.39% owned by institutions, which is nice to see. Next, let's take a look at Mara. Mara is at 49.46, so that closed out the week yesterday as well. Analysts, we got 4 analysts coverage, 1 with a strong buy, 3 with a regular buy. Price targets a high of $87, an average of $62.50, and a low of $48. So obviously it has room to run as well. I do think Mara is a little bit overvalued, but based on how many miners are having installed in the next basically 14 months, I can see why the price is where it's at right now and why it could go up higher. Given the price of Bitcoin goes up as well, so I think those prices are justified. Riot, take a look at Riot. Riot analyst, we forgot to do Marathon institutions. So institutions, 183 institutions own it, about 35 million shares, so 35%, which is really high, which is probably possibly also why the stock is up so high. But this is also old data. This is from 6:30, it looks like. We don't have anything newer from here. Yeah, nothing new being reported on it. So we'll have to see what that changes when it gets updated to the latest quarter. But 35.39% is a lot of shares being owned by institutions. And then let's take a look at Riot. Riot finished out the week at 28.28. We have 7 analysts on Riot, which is a lot more than the other guys have. So we got 42.6% saying it's a strong buy, and then 57.14% saying it's a buy. With the high price of 82, average at 52.29, and a low of 42, and the current is at 28. So obviously it hasn't reached its full potential yet, possibly as well. If we look at institutions is 217 institutions owned it, which is a lot as well. 28 million shares are owned by institutions, and that equates to 29.31%, which is pretty close to what Marathon is. And this data is also 3 months old as well, almost 4 months old. BlackRock is one of the one of the bigger ones that owns 5.8, and Vanguard Group owns 5.97. So if we had these guys getting into like Hive, Bitfarms, and Hut, obviously you would see the price appreciate much more. But given that Riot and Marathon are going to have the most hash rate, I can see why these institutions are buying into them as well. So it would be nice to see them get into these as well. Let's take a look at Digihost lastly, and Digihost is at $1.73. Analysts, you got one buy rating on it with a price target of 283. It is currently at 173. The average is 283, low is 283 as well. So it's got some room to run, which we also think it has room to run a little bit. It's a little bit undervalued right now based on the information that we have. Institutions, no institutions own it. Looks like Cypress Capital Management is the only one that, they sold out 3/31/2019. So this is really old data. So nobody's really getting into Digihost. Okay, there's been some news obviously with Hut 8 announced that they're getting 12,000 miners installed next year. 1,000 miners each month throughout the year, which is going to add 1 point something exahash to their mining power, which is great to see. And then Hive also announced they're getting 6,500 miners, I believe, installed in the beginning of the year. I believe it's going to be, I think it's January, is it December, January, and February, or something like that. The 3 months there that they're going to get those installed. So that's pretty much the news going on right now for those guys. So let's take a look at the numbers here for the week. Let's see if I do this right. Yep, okay. So Bitcoin finished out the week at 60,679. That was for yesterday at around 6 or 7 o'clock. And that was a loss for the week of $596 compared to last week, which we were at $61,275. So that's almost a loss of 97 cents. Bitfarms finished out the week at 525, so they lost 13 cents compared to the week prior. So they lost 2.42%. And then Hive is finished out the week at 356. So they are up 43 cents on the week compared to last week at 313. So they're the one that has the biggest gain for the week at 13.74%. Geez, I can't talk. 13.74%. They were up higher than that. Hive was obviously up to almost $4 and change. Obviously, the last 2 days it's come down because Bitcoin prices come down as well. Hut finished out the week at 11.15. They are down $1.07, which equates to a negative 8.76% to the downside. They were at 12.22 last week when the Bitcoin price was obviously higher. Marathon finished out the week at 49.46. So there was an increase of 57 cents or 1.17% up to the upside. Riot was at 28.28 for the week. So they're up 43 cents, up 1.54%. Argo was up 171. Finished out the week at 171. They were up 6 cents or 3.37%. And I forgot to put that in with the other miners. So we'll do that one next week as well. We'll add it to my list. I forgot to add it. And then Digihost is at 173 and then 10 cents up for the week, which is a 6.33% increase from the week prior. And then as you can see here, we got CleanSpark in here added as well. CleanSpark I'm working on right now, trying to get all the data on the miners that they have, when those are going to be installed, their quarterly reports and everything else. So I'm working on it. I may have it done this weekend. If I do, I'll post a video on it. But otherwise, look for that video coming out probably early to mid next week sometime. We'll try and get that done for you guys. Let's take a look at the miner comparison here really quick. We'll just take a look. We won't go too far into it. But we got the prices over here, stock prices that we just mentioned, market caps, and then take a really quick look here at where the stock should be, and then as far as what we expect it to be. So obviously we're at 60, well, this is old, this is 63,000, we're at 61,000. But these are the numbers here for 100,000, 150, and 200,000 going forward that we're looking at. So this will be updated once we get some more information from the miners, and you guys can't see it because I'm looking at it. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so here's the 100,000, 150,000, 200,000 columns. You guys can take a look at that as well. So that's all I got for you guys. It was a good week for Bitcoin. Obviously, it went up a lot higher before it came back down. We had, obviously, the Bitcoin futures come up, go live on Tuesday, and then we also had the other Bitcoin futures come online yesterday. So we'll just have to see where the price goes from here. There's a lot of bullish news. I'm going to do a video next on all the stuff that's going on with Bitcoin. After this one, that'll be out later on today, probably maybe 5, 6 o'clock or so. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. If you like this stuff, obviously subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a great day.